Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Item 1.02, would someone please move approving the agenda?
Move it.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed and abstentions. Pass 6-0-0. I need to share with you our evacuation procedure, and tonight it's a little bit different. You may go out the double doors that come into the cafeteria and take a left and go through the doors to the outside of the building, and please move away. Or you can go through the doors here in the cafeteria that exit directly to the outside, and then move away from the building. And Mr. Connors, I would be happy to assist you. Would you now... I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public forum, and I don't think anyone signed up, Mrs. Perry. All right. So we will move on to item 1.06, approve the August 23rd regular meeting minutes. Would someone, a second? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? And abstentions? I abstain. So that's passed 4-0-2. Are there any questions under President's report? I need to share with you that item number 3, the NISBA resolutions, you will receive those tomorrow via email, and your responses are due by 9/21. And then that will give Mrs. Papalardo time to review, and we will come back on 9/27 and discuss any of the items that are close, where the vote's close. And are we all good with that process? Yes. By the 23rd of September, if you, and for both items. So if you, because one's an RSVP and one's a registration. So if you could let her know by the 23rd, that would be good. And Tim, Mr. Connors, we're talking about the breakfast for small cities. Pardon me? Yes, 28th and 28th I have.
There's a dinner on the 27th and then a breakfast.
Yes.
Cocktail reception.
Yes. All right. Are there any other questions? If not, I'd like to turn this meeting over to Mrs. Geithner, who is sitting in this evening for Superintendent Polvino.
Good evening. First on our agenda this evening is a school opening report, and just to share some of the observations of the team as we were able to visit the schools on that first few days of school. Some things that were jotted down and noted. Lots of smiling children and adults, many getting to know you activities. There was skipping, which is always a great sign. Lots of hugs, high fives, and fist bumps. Spotless new sneakers and fresh school supplies. Lots of love, dedication, and enthusiasm from our staff. Families who acknowledged that they were leaving their children in good hands. Shiny floors and beautiful bulletin boards. Learning that was already underway in the first few minutes of the first day. And pride from everybody who was there, because they knew that what we do was important and that they were making a difference. I think that going even before the first day we had with students, our opening day with our instructional staff was full of very positive messages, and we received a lot of positive feedback about our ability to be back together in person and really focus on the work ahead of us for this school year when it comes comes to instruction and student achievement. Our custodial staff and ground staff had our buildings and grounds looking amazing to welcome our students. Our administrative leadership team was there to greet and make sure that everyone had what they needed on that very first day. And, you know, like every new thing, sometimes there's a few glitches. We worked out our transportation glitches, made sure everybody was in the right place and got to the right home at the end of the day. So they did a tremendous job on that front as well. I don't know, Dr. Lisi, if you have anything additional to add from operations side of the...
Sure. Well, thank you, Mrs. Geiger. I just wanted to share this image with you. I had the rewarding and pleasurable experience of visiting our classes here at GRV in the first couple of weeks. And I was truly excited to see, as Mrs. Geiger pointed out, the level of engagement of our students already and the excitement that I saw in them as they were taking part in some of the new environments that we've created in some of our classrooms. This is indicative of that. And I'm just showing you here that this is our auto tech lab that we were talking about, you know, the safety elements of welding and some of the new skills that our workers need to have in our community and beyond. And it really seems like there's a different level of energy this year, and that was great to see. It was great to be able to experience that. And of course, some of our other classes sort of look the same as you walk through, and I'm very happy to see the change and the transition. So I imagine we'll see a lot more of that this year.
I think we're off to a great start. And the next item on our agenda actually ties right into that with our enrollment. So the enrollment data that was shared in this report is from Friday, September 9th of this school year. And we'll begin with sort of the big picture number on the slide that we see. We started with 3,146 students enrolled in Fulton City School District. Compared to last year, we're down slightly, but really holding steady at right around that same number. To take a look at our elementary enrollment, UPK, just as a note, if you're looking at the table, UPK numbers are not included in that K-6 total at the bottom, but we thought it was important to share. The UPK numbers currently we're at 135 students enrolled in our UPK programs, and overall K through 6, 1,629 students. And you can see for the most part, our cohorts are right around that 225 to 230, with the exception of kindergarten right now, which was at 244 on Friday, and 6th grade, which was at 256, which puts them slightly above the other grade levels.
Mrs. Geithner, how many of those UPK are full-time?
36.
Thank you. Mrs. Geithner, the kindergarten numbers, is that what we anticipated?
It is right around what we anticipated. A little lower was our projection. Our projection was a little bit lower, but it's not very far off from where we anticipated.
Very good, thank you.
And on the next slide, you'll see the enrollment numbers broken down by east side, west side, and section numbers on each side of the river. And again, UPK is not included in the totals, but you'll get a picture of where we are. So on the west side, as you can see, we have 59 UPK students in 2.5 sections. There is just an AM section at Granby right now, and there is a full day UPK at Lanigan, and 2 half-day UPK at Lanigan for a total of 2.5 sections. And on the east side, you'll see 76 students in 3 sections, a full day at Volney, and 2 half-day programs at Volney, and 2 half-day programs at Fairbury. And you can see that our section sizes remain at 6 sections on the west side, and between 4 and 5 on the east side for grades K through 6. Volney being our school with 2 sections in each grade level. At
our secondary enrollment, a little bit of a celebration. We are over 1,000 students again at G. Ray Bradley High School. And for a while, we have been under that 1,000 mark. And again, these numbers are from last Friday. And just in review of our placements through our central registration today, since this report was run on Friday, I know that one of our schools got 16 new students. One of our elementary schools got 16 new students this Friday. Everybody got between 6 and 8 in the other buildings, and I believe G. Ray Bradley had 17 new students this Friday. So right now we're seeing a little run on enrollment and registration.
Are we seeing an increase in EL students, the ELL population?
I do not have the exact numbers of the increase over last year, but just a preliminary review of the enrollment records that I've received, we have taken in more students.
And is that, do we anticipate that's going to have an impact on staffing immediately, or?
Not immediately, because right now we seem to have adequate coverage among our teachers of speakers of other languages. So right now we're okay. We'll certainly come back to you if that situation changes. And that concludes enrollment. I don't know if you have any questions about this report.
No, it's exciting enough to hear that the numbers have increased.
So the next one, I just wanted to provide an overview of our summer programs, which you received in memo format. Overall, we served about 440 students this summer in grades K through 12 in our summer programs. Beginning with our Bridges to Success program, which is our K through 4 program, that's for students entering those grades. So our they would end of the year as preschoolers going into K, and end of the year as third graders going into grade 4. That program is located in Granby. It is a grant-funded program through the Extended School Day and School Violence Prevention Grant. We receive about $294,000 a year to support that grant. And what it allows us to do is operate 6 weeks of programming that is very literacy-focused, fundamental math skills focused, and social emotional learning focused, so that students are able to get additional social opportunities as well as academic exposure to academics and enrichment. In that program, we partner with Oswego County Opportunities. So our students come for 2.5 hours of academic programming, either in the morning or in the afternoon. And if parents enroll their children, they can stay the whole day. So at the time that they're not in the academic program, they're with the Oswego County Opportunities staff doing enrichment activities. It's a very summer camp style program. And you'll see a common theme as I talk about our programs this summer. We focused on NIMS Island as our theme this year in our summer programs. So our Bridges to Success students did a lot of activities around themes associated with NIMS Island.
Jerry, for that grant, how are we assessing success? I mean, how are we required by the grant to measure?
So we're measuring our reading progress using DIBELS, and we're also using our social and emotional learning measure, the VIMAS. And children receive progress reports from their teachers at the end of every 2-week session that focuses on those essential learning outcomes and also the social competencies that were practiced during that time.
Is that real time consuming, administering the DIBELS for each of the students, or?
It definitely takes up some of the time, and I think that the staffing that we have allocated to that program has allowed some flexibility for teachers to have activities running while they're administering those assessments. We do have an ENL teacher, and this year we added a speech and language pathologist to the staff because we've had some latitude with the grant funds to do that, so that helps support those efforts as well. There's teaching assistants and teachers' aides who are also available. So in combination with our Oswego County Opportunities staff, we're able to provide activities for students while teachers are doing the assessment of that. Some of the next program that I wanted to talk about is our Community School Summer Program. So while Bridges is in its second year of implementation, community school summer program. This was its 8th summer of summer programming. Our target population for this program are students entering grades 5 through 8, and then also supporting students who are completing grade 8 but have not met the requirements for promotion to 9th grade by the conclusion of the school year. So that program is 4 years, 4 weeks in duration. Our students would not like it for 4 years in duration, but it is 4 weeks in duration in the summer. They attend from 9:45 in the morning to 12:45 in the afternoon, and it's located here at G. Ray Bodley, which allows us to consolidate some of our other services. We try to locate our programs in buildings where multiple programs can happen, and then our food services and transportation structure can be more efficient. Our enrollment this year for that program is about 77 students. Highlights from both the Bridges program and the community school summer program is that we were able to take advantage of a number of, I guess, the equivalent of a staycation field trip. So we had Challenge Island come to us for both of these programs, and they did some STEAM-based activities that were in alignment with our island life themes around Nims Island. Really exciting team building, collaborative work, problem solving, creation of one of the projects in grades 5 through 8 was the rain gutter regatta, where they had to raise boats and use water and make predictions. So that was exciting. This program is funded through that Community School Foundation aid that comes as part of our state aid. The next program we'd like to share is our GRB Summer Institute. That one is also in its 2nd year. And this was, a suggestion and a recommendation from the high school team last year, looking at how do we find creative ways to re-engage our students in learning after some of the pandemic impacts that we experienced with some disconnect from school due to the schedule and the remote learning. Really wanting to offer kids some high-interest courses that they could come and take in the summer. So we offered mini courses to students. They were a week long. It's the same time frame as our 5 through 8 program, so they came from 9:45 to 12:45. They were able to take courses like cooking, the iRacing and esports, mindfulness and meditation, art, music, poetry. We had a group of students become certified in CPR as part of our Summer Institute program. So some skills that they can then take and apply, use to apply for jobs as lifeguards, volunteer at various places in our community. So that was exciting to see our students complete that as well. The feedback from both our staff and students was that it was great to spend time together, exploring things that were common interests, not necessarily focused on traditional school curriculum. And a common theme from our student feedback from K through 12 is school should be like this all year long.
Is the funding source for the institute the COVID relief
Yes.
money? So how many years are left for that funding?
2.
2.
We also have used some of the extended school day violence prevention grant money in the past for that too, because we do have latitude to provide some additional opportunities for students outside of the grade bands. So we will continue to look for ways to build on this and sustain it over time.
Do we know what the cost? I mean, I'm assuming we've done a cost analysis,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. So one of the reasons why we look for those efficiencies is once we have a program such as community school that comes here, has transportation, right? So that cost, we can add additional students to the bus without adding additional costs in circumstances. So that's one way for us to save and consolidate. And then we know the contractual rate for teachers in the summer and can predict based on student enrollment what the actual staffing cost will be. In addition to the Summer Institute, we also offered academic recovery program here at GRB for our students completing grades 9 through 12 who did not earn course credit, predominantly in courses required for graduation. So we offered biology, algebra 1, algebra A and B, geometry, English 9 through 11, global 9 and global 10 this summer, based on the needs of the students, so that's how the courses were determined. We also offered in that program Regents review classes and an opportunity to take Regents exams, even if students were not enrolled in the academic recovery. If they wanted to take or retake a Regents exam, they could do that this summer offering. And we did provide just a brief breakdown of the number of students who were enrolled in each specific course in your memo. A total of 85 students. Some of them were in more than one, so that's a duplicated count. 85 students enrolled totally in those separate classes, and 48 of those 85 completed for a rate of about 56.5%. And the number of students who completed equals the number of students who passed. So if students completed, they were able to successfully recover credit for those classes.
Jerry?
Yes.
Was, for the credit recovery, there was busing for our students to get in?
That's correct.
Okay.
So we provided transportation and meals to all summer programs.
Okay.
We had a total of 101 Regents exams taken. So again, that's a duplicated count because some students did take more than one. 35 of those students scored in a special appeal range, which allowed them to qualify for passing that Regents exam under the COVID rules, and another 25 earned a 65 or better on the Regents exam. That is an overall rate of about 60.4% of students who got their Regents requirement met.
Jerry, looking at the numbers that enrolled versus the numbers that completed and passed, is there anything that can be done to intervene for the kids that weren't successful in any of those courses?
Yes, I think that each one is being looked at individually to see what is the plan that we need to put in place to support them in being successful. And even during the summer, we did add counseling support to our summer programs, specifically for that purpose, to do some outreach and engagement, trying to intervene early if students began missing a day or two, or didn't come on the first day, reaching out to students and families to try to engage them in that learning experience. So we're still breaking down individual student outcome information to try to develop some specific.
I'm wondering about the sciences in particular that might have lab requirements. Do they have to have met the lab requirement to even enroll?
I will have to go back and check on each one of those. Definitely for the Regents exam, but not necessarily for the course recovery.
For credit?
Yeah.
Were your credit recovery, was that through a teacher-run credit recovery, or was that through your community?
No, it was classes with teachers.
Okay.
And the final, if there are no more questions about GRB programs, the final program we wanted to highlight is our extended school year program for our students with disabilities. This is our 11th year of operating our own programs this summer. And we had 44 students located in 3 school buildings, Granby, Lanigan, and GRB. They are students who are recommended by the Committee on Special Education based on their needs throughout the school year, and including looking at the impact of time away from instruction, so whether that be during breaks or due to extended absences as a result of illness. Teachers document throughout the school year how that time away from learning impacts their progress toward their goals. So that is taken into consideration by the CSE, and we ran programs for students recommended for 611, 1211, and 1214 programs this summer. It continues all necessary services that are part of the IEP, so any related services are also provided throughout the summer. Really focusing on high engagement, encouraging attendance, lots of community field trips, and again, all of our programs utilize News Island and those themes throughout the summer. I do want to take the opportunity to thank the staff who worked this summer. Looking back at the school year and how challenging that was for our teachers, teaching assistants, and aides to step up and take on summer programming. We really appreciate that extra effort. They know our students, they know our curriculum and our programs, and having a consistent Fulton City School District staff in these programs makes a huge difference for our students and their families. I also want to thank our coordinators for the programs. So Marie Mathis and Tammy Sheldon coordinated the Bridges to Success program, and Marie stepped in when Mrs. Gates accepted our early childhood position because she had been planning to be the coordinator this summer. So Marie Mathis, first grade teacher at Lanigan, came in at the end of the school year and took that challenge on. We appreciate that risk-taking. Tracy Acavone coordinated our 5th grade community school program. Keith Cuney coordinated the programs at G. Ray Bonley High School. Kip Harvey was our summer program coordinator for our special education extended school year program. They received a lot of support from a lot of staff members, and it was really a great team effort. They collaborated across programs, which was really nice. So as they planned field trips and other things, they were very mindful about being inclusive of all of the students who were present for any learning opportunity here in the buildings. So that's all the information I have for you about that. I don't know if you have any additional questions.
I don't have any questions. I just want to tell you that I
Was approached a couple of times by folks that were involved with the summer programs, and I was asked if, well, I was told that this was the best year ever. They've done some in the past, and hoped that next year would be as good, if not better, as what we offered this year, and that it was just phenomenal. And I was excited by the level of excitement that they had as they talked to me about their experiences this year. So,
Thank you for the feedback.
you're welcome.
All right, well, that concludes the report on summer programs, and now I'll turn it over to Dr. Lisi for our capital improvement update.
Thank you, Mrs. Geithner. I'll start by sharing with you that the sidewalk work at GRB on the north end is either complete or close to complete, and the same is true for the tennis court area. But what I'm really thrilled to report, and I'll share this with you, as of this morning, we finally received the turf material, at least most of it, and the work has begun. So although I don't have an ETA for completion, I would assume if we have everything and the weather cooperates, that should be completed in a fairly short order. That's the update. I do also want to share with the board and the community that there are regular updates online on our website. Our Rakin reports do give you very detailed reports on where we are with our capital project. And we're going to update this particular work on the front page so you can kind of see the progress of the turf as it's put in. So we'll update that with photos and so on. So we're excited to have that work completed. Thank you.
And that concludes the superintendent's report.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Geithner. Item 4.01, accept financials, our warrants.
Move it. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Passed 600. Item 4.02, approve disposal of surplus property.
Move it. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Passed 600. Item 4.03, approve the budget transfer.
Move it.
Second.
Any discussion? I would just like to say thank you to the business office for the budget transfer report. I found it very helpful and was very excited at the timeliness of that report. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? And abstentions? Passed 600. Item 4.04, approve no award of snow removal services.
Move it.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yep, can I get this seconded?
I'll second.
Okay. Discussion, yes.
Okay, do we pay to have that listed again?
We do at a reduced rate. We're discussing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the answer.
I'm sorry, we do, it's at a reduced rate, however, we're having discussions with them regarding that.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Passed 600. Item 5.01, approve the Committee on Special Education recommendations.
Move it.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Passed 600. First reading of policies. Are there any questions? I wonder if you are interested in batching items 7.01 through 7.20, and this would be all of our personnel actions this evening.
Move it. Second.
Any discussion on any of the items on this evening's
Just
agenda?
to clarify, Robin, these are all the hirings?
Yes, this would be resignations.
Resignations.
Yes,
Okay, then, all good, thank you.
okay. Any other discussion? All,
I know.
No, I'm just kidding, we wish you the best.
I can explain that if you need me to.
No, we wish you luck.
Thank you so much.
if there's no other discussion, all those in favor?
Aye. Opposed? And abstentions? Passed 600. Fourth forum.
Mr. Connor, would you like to start?
Sure, I get to turn on my mic now. It's fun technology.
I would just like to say, like Robin heard, my nephew was in the program this summer for the K-4, and it was great just to hear how excited he was. I know when I was that age, I'm like, I don't really want to go somewhere and do this in the summer. This is my time off. And to hear how excited he was about the program was great. I also had the privilege of walking with Brian and Robin on Wednesday, the first day of school with students. And I think really just showing how resilient the kids are in our district is just how happy and how well behaved. I know we went into one classroom in the elementary school, and I actually thought there were no kids in the class. And I said, Robin, are there kids in here? She goes, yep. And I have a dog with me, and a dog is a big thing in elementary school where everyone wants to go nuts. So just to hear how excited everyone was and how well behaved was really a great indicator. I think this will be a really good kickoff in the year.
Okay.
Mrs. Caputo?
Yes, I agree 100% with what Tim said. With the summer school program, my daughter participated, had a great time. I was really surprised to see how high the numbers were for our 9 through 12, which makes me really happy because I feel like that's a hard group to engage, especially over the summer. So, good feedback, and I hope we can find a way to continue to make that work. And I was also surprised to see the UPK numbers as high as they were. I guess I was expecting them to be a little bit lower, so that's really great. It's really great too. So would like to thank all of our teachers, all our staff, everyone that's been helping get the school year underway and get everyone going. And huge shout out to our bus drivers. I know they're working long hours trying to get our kids around, so thank you.
Mr. Cordone?
Just a continuation of what's already been said, but really again, connect to the last meeting when we were reporting out on all the work that's been done, capital improvement wise into the facilities. I mean, this is more student related data, the reports tonight, but it just goes to show that, we really are working 12 months a year, that our schools are available, and that I'm grateful for the opportunities for our students. So thank you for the data tonight and the reports.
Ms. Lamont?
Well, I just wanted to say that I think definitely we as students are really lucky to have all these programs, and I especially think that the academic recovery program is a really great opportunity and idea since some students are, if they haven't, weren't able to pass classes for graduation. I think it's really great that we have that. And also, I wanted to thank the board members that visited the schools during this past week. It was really nice seeing you introduce yourselves to the rest of the students, especially since the majority of the student body doesn't exactly know who everyone is, so it was nice to see that.
And let's see, where am I going from here? Mr. Crandall.
It said let's follow order.
I could have gone the other direction.
I just want to thank everyone for their hard work over the summer. Buildings all look great when we toured them. We're finally getting our football field, something we can see progress now. And that's it.
Thank you. Mrs. Everywhere.
One thing about the way Homes Last is my colleagues have definitely touched base on a lot of things that I was going to say. So I did what they all say. I do want to thank Mrs. Geithner for keeping us up to date on our enrollment. Hopefully we'll keep going up from here. I was very happy to see the football field. I'm dying to get back on track to do some speed work, and I know I have some community members who ask me every week, when can I get back down there? They're the 5 o'clock walkers and runners, so good to see all that work going in. Going through the building walkthroughs, I always enjoy those just to see the principals and the custodial staff, how excited they are on the work that they've done. That's always a really great thing to do. So it sounds like we're off to a good start. I send good luck and wishes to all of our students and our teachers, and hope them have a great year.
Thank you. I was lucky enough to visit some schools, and as Mr. Connor said, it's great to see the kids, and they dig right in. It's like they never left, except there's a lot of excitement at the early days. Our staff, the mood in all of the buildings was so upbeat this year. I can't, it's hard to describe, but there was an elevated sense of happiness on everyone's part, not just the kids, about being back in school, being together, being able to do the things that they all want to do and to get at. And some of that, I heard compliments, and I want to just thank our administrative team for the work they did, helping get staff ready to get in the mindset to start school. I heard a lot of positive feedback about opening day, and it was nice to hear. It was nice to hear not just the positive feedback, but it was shared with great excitement. And again, that's a little different. And I think changing things up was quite exciting for everyone, and I heard that a lot. It was a different kind of day, and was not anticipated that it was going to be different, so it just goes to show it's good to change it up once in a while. So my thanks to everyone that was involved in that, as well as my appreciation to everyone that had a hand in making sure our schools were ready to open, and our classrooms were outfitted with everything they needed, and our staff was feeling very positive about a good start. And then again, just that summer school, I just, you can't, you heard it. I mean, everyone you talked to that was involved that I'm aware of is just so excited about summer school this past summer. I don't know what made this year so different, but it's been very different since summer. And to me, that's a good sign, and I'm hoping that that carries out throughout the rest of the school year. And then one last thing I learned while I was visiting, we had a teacher in our tech department that was contacted by someone within the community looking for students with some basic skills that they had part-time job opportunities, very lucrative part-time job opportunities. And this teacher sent some students to this employer, and some of our students got themselves some very lucrative part-time jobs here in the full community. And what's exciting is, one, that our teacher has created relationships with our business people within the Fulton community and is able to do that. And two, that our students are getting some of the skills here at GRB that make them worthy of being hired by some of our local business people. So that gave me a great deal of joy to know that we are meeting some of the demands, not just for our kids, but for the community. And I think that we should all be very proud of that. Again, that goes back to communication, about knowing what the needs are in the community, and you can see, as we saw earlier, that our tech departments are changing, and a big part of that is based on a lot of conversations with community business people, and I think that's a very good thing. And I'm appreciative, again, for the leadership, the current leadership, that knows that communication is where we're going to see our best successes. So that's all I have, and thank you for listening to me. Now we have a second public forum. There is no one here this evening, so I am going to move us on to adjournment, and that is item 8.03, or 9.01, thank you.
Move it. Second.
Any discussion on adjourning? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstentions, passed 6-0-0. To those of you that are watching this evening, thank you very much for taking time out to join this board. Hope you learned something from the rest of us, and hope you come back. Have a great week. Thank you, everyone.